All right, Sweaty record review number 2. Going to be reviewing, well, first of all, I decided to actually go ahead with this project. I don't know where it's going. I'm not going to advertise it or publicize it. It'll probably just be discovered by one of my students at some point and go, ah, look, Mr. Well, I'm not going to say my last name. Yeah, sure, well, Mr. Payne's doing all these record reviews. But I don't know. The thoughts have to go somewhere, so why not to nobody? And nobody's watched the first episode, so maybe no one will watch this one too. Let's hope. I decided I will look at the camera because it's weird when people don't, right? Because last time I was like, gee. Alright, so the record I want to review today just came out a week ago, and it's called Ringo's Desert by Zoo. Z-H-U. Zoo? I don't know. It's not a rap record like Eminem. It's like this techno kind of house record. I didn't think I was going to like it. I heard one of the songs before, and it just seemed kind of boring. But actually, this is a pretty interesting record because it sort of feels like, it's almost like a concept album. And I would say that it's like they made a movie, okay? And the plot of the movie is some guy is in a hotel somewhere in like Albuquerque or something. And he's having an affair with a woman, and the woman breaks up the affair. And then he drives across the desert to go back home to wherever he lives. I would say, if that interests you, then this is your record. It is exactly that feeling. I mean, it's about the title, the album is about a desert. It begins with a lot of kind of cheesy-ish, Southwest sounds like hawks and windswept deserts. But it ends up being kind of interesting because it has that driving feeling like a lot of pretty good kind of down-tempo house music can have. It feels really, I don't know, it feels very driving, and I like that feeling. It's really well produced. It has this, it's very textured, but at the same time he keeps on bringing in little tiny instances that make things interesting. And I don't know, I'm not a officially trained music person, so I believe that's what I mean. Instances, I mean something that sort of shows up out of nowhere and just makes something that was kind of flat and normal. It's like a little spike that keeps it going. So he has multiple occasions, like on the first song, which is probably the best song on the record. Oh, and another note on my method, I only listened once, so I could be wrong. It's called Stormy Love, and like it's just this rolling sound, and then all of a sudden this guitar comes up, and it's a really well played guitar line. And then to my surprise and delight, through the whole record there's tons of guitar, and it just comes in, and hearing techno house music with guitar makes it more interesting. Another instance of that is like there's this song, one second, I have my little notes here. What was it? What song was it? Ah, right. There's a song called Guilty Love, which is probably the second best track, and that has that sort of really popular orchestra hit, dun, 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 stuff that just comes in very briefly. It's very subtle. I'd say it's a very subtle record, and that's to its credit. I think this guy probably could have done a lot more to make it flashier, but that would have broken up the feeling of driving through a desert. I actually want to drive through a desert just to listen to this record. That being said, that does hint at maybe its problem, which is driving through a desert is great when you're driving through a desert, but maybe not when you're in your daily life. I could see myself listening to this record several times throughout the rest of my life. I really could, but I can't imagine putting it on the car when I'm driving to the grocery store or something. It is a bit repetitive. I mean, I only have half an hour to listen, so I work out for half an hour. So I had to skip around the tracks, and to its credit, I actually didn't want to skip around. I wanted to keep listening for the first 25 minutes, and then I was kind of like, all right, I get it. It's probably going to get the most buzz because of the song with Tame Impala, which is not the best song on the album. It's good, and it fits the theme, which is nice. I'm going to keep these under 5 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up. I would say that it is a wonderfully textured, thematically consistent record, and that will be my review and my title. Okay, I'm heating up the pan. I'm going to be making chocolate chip pancakes for my kids, and if anyone ever watches this, I don't know, you can tell me.